We ask your blessings on our local leaders and on our national leaders during the time of uncertainty, and we trust that everything will come to light about that and be taken care of in the proper manner. Now we ask that you guide us and direct us today as we make these decisions for the city of Montgomery. Amen.
Amen. Please stand with me as we pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. The Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board. We're appointed by the City Council. We serve on a volunteer basis without any compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is I will call out the name of the petitioner. If you will, please come to the podium, speak loudly and clearly into that mic that's there, and be prepared to answer any questions that any board member may have. Once we receive testimony and discussion on a particular item, the members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision. I remind members of the board, if you have a personal or a financial interest in any particular item, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony that is submitted by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during the presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. I remind the board members is if you make a motion to deny an item, you must provide a reason. This time I'll introduce the members that are here tonight. Mr. George Howell, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Quentin Burke, Mr. Bo Holmes, Mr. Blake Markham, and I'm John Stanley, your Chairman. Our land use staff that's here tonight, Ms. Tanya Ingram and Ms. Andrea Spriggs, Recording Secretary. We only have 5 members here tonight. It requires 5 members to approve a motion. So if you feel like that might hurt your chances for an approval or whatever, then you can withdraw your item tonight and come back at the next meeting, which is in August. If you care to do that, then see Ms. Spriggs over here to my left, and we will put you on the agenda next time. Normally we have more than 5 members, but tonight we just have 5. Any questions? We have 7 items on the agenda tonight, so we'll move through them pretty quickly as best we can. Item number 1 is presented by Aluminum Fabricators, representing Brenda Thornton, requesting a side yard variance for an addition to the dwelling located at 7019 Oak Side Court in an R65S zoning district. Sir, if you would please give us your name and just identify, and please, you're going to have to speak loudly into that mic and clearly. The acoustics in here are not good.
Aluminum Fabricators.
Okay, and your name, sir?
Ben Stoltzfus.
Okay, Mr. Salser. I believe you want to, you're asking for an 8-foot side yard variance. The carport will be within 2 feet of the side property line, correct?
4 feet side yard, roughly.
Sorry, what'd you say?
The agenda says you'll be within 2 feet of the side property line.
How many feet?
2 feet. 2 feet from the
Yeah,
side.
that's
All right. Okay. So, are you going to keep all the water that's coming from that addition off of your adjacent property owner?
Be gutter and all going toward the street.
All the way to the street. Gutters all the way to the street, right?
We run it that way.
Okay. All right. Any question, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion approved.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second?
Can y'all speak into your mics, please?
Mr. Holmes made the motion. Mr.
Motion
Howell
to approve.
Yeah. Mr. Howell seconded.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. You're good, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Item 2 is presented by Kathy Taylor, requesting a special exception for a church to be located at 300 East South Boulevard in a B2 zoning district.
Good evening, my name is Kathy Taylor.
Okay, and Ms. Taylor, tell us exactly what you want to do here.
Well, I purchased the building at 300 East South Boulevard, and just finding out that it had never been registered, even though it had been used for a church, and I was under influence when I purchased it, that's what it was used for, and now I'm finding out that it wasn't, so I'm trying to get it registered the right way.
Okay, this says you're going to have approximately 12 members, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's what we have at the time.
All right, so as you grow, what are you going to do about more parking?
Well, we have parking on the side also, and eventually, because of the lot is big enough, so eventually if we need to expand that, that's what we'll do. But I know I would have to come back down and get permission for all that.
Well, you won't have to come back to get an approval on parking,
Okay.
but what we want to make sure of is that as your membership grows,
Right.
then you're parking on your site and you're not parking on East South Boulevard.
Yes.
Okay, all of your parking is on site.
Right. It was enough land for us to park on site. That's including on the side and also in the back if need be. On both sides, there's plenty of room.
Now, you know, if you work out some agreement with Harrison Elementary, that's between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we can't have your members parking on a public right-of-way.
No, I won't be having anybody parking it illegal like they, that's why I'm down here trying to get things straight now so it won't be wrong.
Okay.
We're not going to do wrong.
All right, your hours of operation are Saturday at 6 a.m. I guess that's when you have a prayer
That's when
meeting?
we have glory morning prayer, and then we have service at 10. So right now, because we're in a building with somebody else, we're only having service like twice every second and fourth Saturdays. But since we're in our own building, we want to increase that maybe every Saturday, as we grow.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I got to clarify with you your hours, okay?
Okay.
This says you're on Saturday, 6 a.m.?
We have glory morning prayer at 6 a.m. and our service start at 10 a.m.
All right, so how long will it last on Saturday?
We normally leave out around about 12, no later than 12:30.
All right, so you're talking about till 12:30
Yes, sir.
on Saturday. All right, then on Sunday, 10 a.m.
No, we don't have service on Sunday. Our service would be strictly on Saturdays.
Okay, so no service on Sunday.
No, sir.
Okay, and then midweek you got Bible study.
Yes. We had discussed having Bible study maybe twice, once a week.
Once a week
Yeah.
from about
Maybe,
when to when?
Just for maybe an hour at the most. It won't
You
be
mean
no
from
longer
like
than an
6
hour.
p.m. to 7 p.m.?
Right.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yes.
All right, so you Saturday from 6 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., okay?
Right.
Nothing on, nothing on Sunday,
Nothing on Sundays.
and then
Correct.
once a week during the week,
Yes, sir.
6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Is that about right?
That's on Saturday. Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Markham. Mr. Burke, seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor? Raise your hand.
Thank you very kindly.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Item 3 is presented by Patrick Moss, requesting approval to amend the hours of operation for a previously approved ordinance number 17-2014 to operate an event center in the building located at 1350 Air Base Boulevard in an M3 zoning district. Mr. Moss?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I currently operate this event center at, approved at 1350 Air Base Boulevard. On Sundays, when I was here before, I didn't
Pull that mic up closer to you, Mr. Moss.
Yes, sir. My Sunday hours really don't accommodate me those 2 hours, 3 to 5. I can't really honor all the events that I've been asked to do. For instance, like the Super Bowl, I couldn't do it. I've been asked to do a few church events, birthday parties, or whatever. And I just want to know if I can let my Sunday hours be the same as my regular hours from 2 to 11.
All right. When we approved this before,
Yes,
we
sir.
required parking lot striped.
Yes, sir.
I assume that's been done.
Yes, sir.
You've got adequate exterior lighting.
Yes, sir.
All beverage are consumed inside,
Yes, sir.
correct? And all events are held inside,
Well,
with the exception
there you go.
of children's parties during daylight hours.
Yeah, we discussed the field behind the building that goes down Bozeman Drive. You told me that I can use that for children's parties out under the trees.
But during daylight hours.
Oh, they're doing daylight hours,
Right,
yeah, in the
right.
field, yes.
All right, so what you want to do is you want to expand your Sunday hours
Yes, sir.
from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 2 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Why do you need to go to 11 p.m.?
Well, I was just going along with the hours that I currently have on the other nights.
On the other nights?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Okay. Question, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I motion to approve.
Sorry.
Motion to approve. I make a motion to approve.
Mr. Burke makes a motion to approve that change. Do you have a second?
Second.
Mr. Markham seconds the motion. All in favor, raise your hand. You got it.
Thank you.
You got it. We just watch these hours of operation, and you know why.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Item number 4 is presented by Larry Speaks and Associates, representing Margie K. Stewart, requesting a parking variance for an additional structure to be located at 1569 East Ann Street in the B2 zoning district.
Yes, sir. All right, so the business, if you
We need
scroll
your
up-
name. We need your name for the
I'm
record.
sorry. I'm Brian McBrayer with Larry Speaks and
Thank you,
Associates.
Brian.
Here along with Adam Stewart, who operates the business that operates out of that site. So the business is a special events lighting and sound operation. So they're not a retail center. There's no retail traffic into this area. The intent of the building is storeroom. So this would be for them to store all of their lighting and curtains and things that they have for in and out to different events. There is no retail
So
space.
just for equipment storage, no retail sales?
Correct.
The big item here is the parking. Only 14 spaces on site. How many employees do you have?
Day-to-day operations, day-to-day operations, it's just myself. I'll hire in help for events, usually during Fridays through Sundays.
Will y'all pull that mic up a little bit? Just
Sorry.
lift it up. There you go.
At any given point, it would be 4 people there.
Yeah.
Day-to-day operations is just myself.
Well, this is a big building, okay?
Yes, sir.
And whoever makes the motion to approve this, we need to make sure that the minutes address this use as equipment storage only, okay? You sell it one day, and next thing you know, there's some kind of retail use there, and you got a lot of parking requirements, okay? That's the reason. So you're going to be limited as far as,
Accept that as part of the
you're going to be limited to use, okay?
Yes, sir.
Unless you come back to get another variance at some point in the future,
Understood.
you know?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are the parking spaces that you're going to have, are they all paved?
Yes.
Are they striped?
They used to be. They need to be touched up.
They will be. Part of the plan that we submitted is actually, part of that is restriping to make sure we get those in there.
They're striped.
Yes.
Okay. And I believe I saw a stormwater retention area on the back side of the building.
Right. We haven't done any design on that yet, but we know that will be a requirement, so we plan
Right.
space for that.
So that's where your water's going. It's not going back to East End Street.
That's right.
Right. Okay. All right. Any questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve as requested for equipment storage only. And did I hear him say that the parking lot would be striped?
Would be paved and striped.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. That's my motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mr. Holmes, seconded. Do we have any other questions? All in favor of the motion, raise your hand. You're good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Just be aware of that use, okay?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Item number 5 is presented by Watermark Builders, representing Linda Denard, requesting a side yard variance for a new dwelling to be located at 3301 Wilmington Road in an R75S district. Ms. Denard here? Or anyone with Watermark Builders here? Okay. We'll move it to the next meeting. Item 6, presented by David Wilson, requesting a special exception for an assisted living facility to be located at 3926 Nassau Avenue in an R60S zoning district.
Good evening, I'm David J. Wilson.
Okay, Mr. Wilson. Tell us what you want to do in this neighborhood.
Well, I'm currently a member of Brewer Heights Baptist Church, and we have a situation where we have like 3 members that's scattered out in different houses, and what it's doing is taking away from a lot of people working, a lot of their life, and me, my sister, and my brother. My sister has a nursing certificate. My brother has been in sports medicine, and I've ran a trucking business for like 5 years now, so I have experience in administration. We want to be able to pull all of them in one home and just be able to assist them in living and just day-to-day tasks and rehabilitation, and make sure they have proper medication, and just try to give them the best living standard possible. In that time, we'll be looking for a larger building to even expand our business. But as of right now, we want to utilize a renovated family home that we already have.
All right. Well, Mr. Wilson, how many employees will be there?
3.
All right. And how many clients will be there?
Just 3.
All right. So when your clients or your patients have visitors and you got 3 employees, where are all these people going to park?
Well, we have a large driveway. Then we also have one that has been ran into the yard also. So it accommodates close to 5, 6 cars.
Well, you just named 6 people. So where are the nurses and the doctors going to park when they come to look after your patients?
Well, we'll be scheduling a timing where everyone won't be there at one single time. That way we'll be able to accommodate parking according to appointments. And
well, this is a little old small lot, and you got a house on it, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't see where you're going to be able to put 6 to 8 cars on it. That's just my personal opinion. Okay?
Yes, sir. The current driveway runs all the way to the back of the house, plus another little slab that was added, and then maybe 2 cars right there on the front. So.
Well, you're packing them in there, right?
Yes, sir.
Any other question, board members?
You said these people are your relatives?
No, sir. Members of the church, and just people that elderly that has been members for a while, and the church assists them, and the family has to do like private pay, and it's very, very costly. And we're trying to accommodate somewhere we can put everyone in one home. That way we free up the different people that has been allowed to keep them at a certain pay. And it would just be better for the families, the church, and also help us start a business that we can later on expand and get a larger building.
Who owns this house?
Well, right now I have power of attorney, and my parents passed it to me, my brother, and my sister.
You and your brother own it?
Sir?
You and your brother own the house?
And my sister. It was inherited.
Okay.
My experience with assisted living, they have to have some type of a certificate of need and approval from the state health department.
Well, when I looked up for the licensing, they didn't say they had to have a certificate of need and approval from the health department. But my first step is to get approval for zoning. And once I get approval for zoning, then I can move on to the other expectations and needs they have me to meet.
I got you. Okay. Any other questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? Board will entertain a motion. Chair will entertain a motion, I mean. Got to have a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Howell?
Despite the good that will come from this for some people, this, to me, gives too much of the appearance of a business with people coming and going in a residential neighborhood. For that reason, I move to deny this request.
Have a motion to deny and a reason. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second. All in favor of the motion to deny this request, raise your hand. You're denied, Mr. Wilson. Item 7 is presented by Cynthia Bowden, requesting a special exception for a recreational vehicle for living purposes to be located at 4130 Butler Road in Agricultural 1 zoning district. Ms. Bowden?
No, I'm her daughter, Samantha Brunson.
Okay. All right. So you want to be able to place a recreational vehicle on a 16-acre tract of land for a period of 2 years while you build a home.
Not build a home. My grandparents' home is already out there. It's just making it livable again.
Refurbish
Yes, sir.
the home. Why do you need 2 years?
We're hoping it doesn't take that long, but we just wanted to make sure that we had enough time to, it's really more financial to like do it slowly as we can afford to do everything.
Tanya, have we approved recreational vehicles in the past?
This is the first to live in for like 2 years.
Yeah, we've done trailers and things like that.
This is the first?
Mobile homes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Any questions, board members?
You're going to drive the RV there, park it,
In fact, we denied one.
and use it, right?
Correct, yes. So she's
right.
been trying to fix up the home, but the problem is she currently lives with us. She had a previous mobile home there. It burnt down. We live in Prattville, and it's a lot to drive from our house to there. And then additionally, there's the issue of not having any air conditioning and it being so hot and her working and us working and not having anywhere, so we can't stay out there for long periods of time. So we're just going to park it there, and then once the house is refurbished, we've already spoken to the dealership about reselling the RV because we're not RV people.
Okay, who owns the RV?
I do.
All right, and the land belongs to who?
It's my mother and myself.
Okay.
It was inherited from my grandparents.
What do you do with an RV for 2 years for sewage and water?
So we plan to put it on the location that had her mobile home. There's a septic tank that we've already had inspected, and we plan to have it pumped out before she connects to it. There's also water and a power pole. It was all there after the fire.
Okay. You just need a place to camp out while you're working on her house. That's what it amounts to, isn't it?
Pretty much, yes. And I mean, just some place where she can be near the house while she's working on it. Yes.
Okay.
2 years, right?
Yes, sir. No more than 2.
No more than 2 years. Okay. Any other questions, board members? I'll entertain a motion.
I want to make a motion to approve with a limitation of 2 years
And that 2 years to expire 2 years from today.
and to expire 2 years from today.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And no exception.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Is this an RV?
Hmm?
It's an RV?
Yeah. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. All opposed?
Yeah.
Huh?
I oppose it.
You oppose?
Mm-hmm.
You oppose? Okay. Motion is denied.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. That's okay. All right. We have a motion to approve the minutes. Ma'am, did you have something you want to say? I'm sorry, I can't hear you from back there.
Sorry, this is my mother.
I wanted to know why y'all denied it, because last year I was trying to work on it and had a heat stroke out there. And it's where my trailer used to sit. There's nobody there. I almost got
We understand. We
I
understand.
almost had a squad on it.
We understand, but you have to have 5 votes to approve it, and so it was denied.
Thank you.
Okay? Sorry.
Now, you could bring it again, right?
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
Hmm? Okay.
All right. Have a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.